All right, well...
that was based off of the Billy Wilder film, right? Stalag 17, or was it?
What was?
Hogan's Heroes. Wasn't it kind of based on the success of that film?
Yeah, it's like, let's take the funny parts of that movie about the guys in a concentration camp,
right,
and then make it a weekly series.
Exactly.
where the Germans are
I remember, I was pretty young when I first started watching MASH. But like MASH is the Korean War was really ugly, and it's a hospital. That must have been a good pitch.
Such a weird thing. And then you watch the MASH movie, and it's like a Robert Altman film, and it's like this weird meandering thing about this war.
Doesn't it end pretty much with a football game?
Yeah, it ends the way a lot of ski movies end in the 80s. But you assume because it's Robert Altman and the Korean War that means something. You go like, well, fuck it, I'll vote for someone else then. I guess.
What happened to ski movies? Ski movies were a thing for a while.
We accomplished
Adam
it.
Goldberg?
I was about to make a ski movie last week, so...
Shut up.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You were about to make one, but you had the wrong hat on. You were like, go get a ski hat and we'll talk.
You were about to make a ski movie?
Yeah, for sci-fi.
For real?
Yeah, I told you about it. It was really...
I wasn't listening.
Did the listeners love it when he talks a lot off mic like that?
Well, not off mic. Some of them like it when he talks on mic. Some of them don't. It's like a whole thing.
But can they hear him what he was just saying?
No, they can't hear him really.
So, and you don't bother to repeat it?
Sometimes we do. I mean, you're an old pro.
He's like, don't worry about it.
Sometimes the mics pick it up. I don't know. I kind of I let God decide. You know?
That's a smart...
I am
He is
God.
the god
I let
of
me decide. So it depends on how much I've been drinking. Doug, I'm sorry, I'm not audio running my show. Like a steel trap.
Hey, it was just a question.
I
know you have a lot of moles to whack.
He's a mixed bag. If you open this box, here, watch.
Is that what his profile says on Twitter? Mixed bag. Oh, here we go.
A microphone is dangerously being extended towards Adam right now.
Oh, he's pulling it out of the stand because he likes to hold on to it.
Because he's a pro.
Yep.
Oh, now what's supposed to happen?
Nobody knows.
Now the host of the show has no microphone.
It's the danger zone. No, last week I was hired on to production manage a ski movie called Avalanche Sharks. Swear hand to the Lord. And it was renamed Avalanche Shark, then Avalanche Sharks, because they couldn't determine how many puppet sharks should be furnished for the script. This was a huge source of contention. So they're still making ski movies, but they keep killing all the actors with puppets.
So this is a movie about people skiing, and then there's an avalanche, but inside the avalanche there are sharks?
Or the avalanche was caused by sharks. I couldn't get through all the way through the script I was supposed to be working on. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna.
All right, now he's gonna get the microphone back.
Microphone is going back in the stand.
Good call, Dan. There you go.
Adam Goldberg, everyone.
Thank you, Adam.
Worth a try. Worth a try.
That does bring up an interesting point. As a fan of movies and probably a fan of crappy movies and talking about them, what's your take on the kind of the sci-fi original movement of like Mansquito and Gator Baiter and human dental floss and like things that you're like 10, 15 years ago, if you saw these titles, you'd go, holy shit! Like I'm sure you seem like you might be around my age. Like the greatest thing used to be to get high and go to the actual video store and walk up and down aisles and look at pictures and read backs of boxes and go to like sci-fi kickboxing sections and go like, holy shit! These people are trying as hard as they can to make a good movie. This is their Citizen Kane. Let's watch the result. And now in this post Piranha 3D, post like Mansquito world, it's like no, it's supposed to be funny. Octahorana pterodona piranha shark gator. It's hilarious. Debbie Gibson's in it. It's funny. Like, and I'm kind of like, fuck you if you think it's funny. Fuck you. Try hard so I can laugh at you.
Without video stores, where do we go now? I don't have one, but where do you go to argue with your girlfriend?
to really find out
where do you go to
how
have
many
a
years
horrible
the relationship's
evening?
gonna last. Like, it's like, you really want me to walk down this aisle? The Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan aisle before the actual aisle?
Dan, can we hear your pitch on human dental floss?
It's a guy. He works for the American Medical Association, and then he stops by the American Dental Association to tell them that they should be working together because dentists aren't paying attention to medicine. They're focused on the teeth. And he's a doctor, and so he's like, "What are you guys doing here?" And they're like, "Pretty soon the whole world's gonna be teeth, right?" And then we've got a virtual chamber to show you that, and there's like a tooth chamber, and he gets locked in it, and then they maximize the calcium rays, and he ends up between the teeth. But because of his medical knowledge, he's able to keep himself alive as his body is compressed by the teeth, so he becomes effectively human dental floss by page 20. And then he goes out in the streets and he finds that he's able. There's a lot of heavy-handed metaphors about cleaning the streets. You know, this place is needed. You know, a lot of. It's got gum disease. Its gutters are bleeding. That's a sign that it needs to brush harder. It's dumb. It's a dumb movie, and it has Richard Marx is in it. It's very. It's purposely campy. It's stupid.
It's one of those.
Yeah, it's a $1 million sci-fi original, and it's like oh, I'm supposed to show up to watch you fuck around. I wanted to fuck around with my friends and some cheesy popcorn.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not into that they're making movies that are shit intentionally. They're just shoving things together and calling it a movie. I don't seek that out. There's plenty of movies that tried to be great and are awful.
Yeah, and that's what's fun.
That I like to watch.
That's why we have the Olympics and we don't have like shitty Olympics.
It's called Special Olympics, but close enough.
But those people try even harder.
This show brought to you by thalidomide.